Giada wants to sample the creepy dream thrall mushrooms. I feel like Yasley would be into it too. You know what? Let's do it.
Since we're being honest, I've already had my share.
Giada.
Wanted to get a head start. Now you go.
I should have known. I should have known he'd be the first to try some mysterious concoction.
Well, after all, risking life and sanity in the name of research is a Castell family tradition.
So, how do you feel?
Pretty good. My mouth is dry. Probably because I've had nothing to drink.
Perhaps it just needs time to take effect?
I ingested a corpse for nothing?
You learned a valuable lesson. That's something.
Why do you cloud your eyes? Could we not have shown you these things?
Perhaps we didn't take enough to feel the effects. What am I saying? Let's cut our losses.
We'll probably turn these drugs in. Because we don't really need other people taking these weird drugs that don't actually work. Okay. Oh gosh. What's up here? Oh, right. Yeah, we can do that. Let's go investigate the cave for this kid right here. We're going right now, buddy.
Not saying a word.
On your right.
Wasn't expecting all that. Her way back up. Oh, there's something yellow over there. That's pretty cool. Hello, Zarps.
You asked for it! It looks easy when you do it!
Whoa.
That fire's been out a while. I don't think anyone's coming back. I'm coming for Ludwig next.
Sounds like things were already going bad, even before the attack.
Yes, they were. There's just a lot of high ground here. It's like almost impossible to do a nice proper dungeon crawl in this game.
I'm not used to quiet.
Look out! Gotcha! Look out!
Several against one. Nasty way to go.
Sometimes I just cannot see these ash piles. Okay, there's something over there, and we know there's a yellow thing over there. So let's try to get those things before we backtrack. Yes. Hi, Lemur. Every time.
Protect the envoy. Not bad, envoy.
We really kicked the hornet's nest.
Enemy to the right. On your right, dear.
Don't you run from me. This was the bridge I saw from somewhere else, I think. That was the camp. This was back here. And there was still a thing I needed to get. Don't know that I can climb up here though. Maybe I can. Zaret pause. Extra stun, unarmed deals 10 bonus damage. We'll give it a shot because I really could use that stun. Yeah, this is the same spot we just were. We just never went up, apparently. That looks like a drop down.
Nicely done.
Hello. Priest.
Watch your right. Back off. Well struck.
Oh, hello.
Over here.
I didn't even see you. Hold on, we'll get to you. Hello.
At least you took care of those bastards. I'm glad I got to see some vengeance served. Don't know why you're here, stranger, but I'm grateful you are.
Temerity asked me to look for some civilians in the desert. That you?
You're not even here to deal with the Zorbs themselves. I suppose I should be grateful you're here at all, right? We arrived at the cave last night, made camp, and it all went downhill from there.
I see that. Wait, did none of you make sure it was safe first?
Private Nauki said he had. For all the good that did us. Look, after what happened in Fior, we had to make sure it didn't happen here. The Zorbs were our first official mission.
You wanted to protect your neighbors, reckless but brave.
Like I said, someone had to do it. Private Nauki was on watch, but I guess he fell asleep because the scaly bastards ambushed us. It was a massacre. Most died then. The rest ran off in all different directions, screaming. Nauki must have gotten away in the chaos. The gods have a cruel sense of humor to save just him.
Is the bad blood between you and Private Nauki new?
Private Nauki is a fool and a coward. Since we left Thirdborn, he's been running his mouth. We got to hear how many Zorps he's going to kill and who he thinks is afflicted. The town's been talking about nothing but Fior and the Dream Scourge. I think it got to him.
It crawls into our mind as it crawls into theirs.
It's probably why he was the first one out, because it was all suddenly real.
There's good reason to be afraid of Dream Scourge.
But we didn't have it. No, Captain Ruiki was fine. We were all fine, no matter what Private Nauki thinks. If you don't believe me, check her journal. That should be enough to please you. If anything, it might finally convince that idiot Nauki. Here, take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them. I don't have long. Let me stay and enjoy the silence before Barath takes me.
I could heal you. I still need one more badge.
Seeing these poor folks, I'm glad the animancers in Fior stayed in their labs and just let the rangers do their job.
Ow. Food.
Can you imagine Yvette trying to save Remy?
Those two would eat each other alive. But that's how it is among them. Especially the competitive ones. Partners become rivals, and rivals become prey.
Oops. Same thing I literally just did. Come on. Oh, come on. Dr. Snow. Wayfinder boots. More essence, smaller hit reactions. No, I think we're fine. Just want to track. This one. Just getting the last badge. That's good.
Let's finish this. Check the right. On foot to the right.
Too late, priest. Come here.
Not bad for a noble.
Okay. Just want to loop back around and see if I missed another way to go for that badge. The last badge I need. Oh, you're not gonna drown.
Wonder what I'll wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
Okay. It's all our badges and another totem fragment. Oh man, we were so stinking close. Okay. This was the journal. Just make sure there's nothing over here first.
We've got company! Never had a chance.
Like a lonely priest. It's real fancy over there. Oh, I need that plant. I'm not jumping off a cliff for it, though. Okay, we will take out these Zarips. Queen Crystal Eater.
Couldn't have done it better.
Well. Alright, I think that was pretty much everything.
Hello again. Have you found anything?
Sure did. I met your friend Sergeant Hasui in the cave, and he had quite a bit to say.
Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
He's dead, and so is the rest of your squad.
Wow. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I hope for the best, of course, but... Look, I don't know what you think you know, or what he told you, but I know what I saw. The captain had been acting weird for days. She was giving orders to people who weren't there, yelling at us over nothing. Not just the captain either. Manu was jumpier than usual. Kiri seemed compelled to echo our words back to us. Even Sergeant Asui began muttering to himself. It was more than just stress. I'm not some idiot who can't tell the difference. Everyone was sick. And it was only a matter of time before it was brought home to Thirdborn. If you saw them, you'd agree with me.
These times have been trying for us all. A little paranoia only makes sense.
Not paranoid if I was right. Look, you either believe me or you don't. Just give me their badges and I'll let their families know.
I don't know, the guy seemed fine. I think you're just a coward looking for an excuse.
I am not a coward. Look, I would not just leave them to die for no reason. A swarm of Zorbs attacked in the dead of the night. What was I supposed to do? Huh? Stick around and die with everyone? I'm not a coward! There was no other option! Take it back. Or else, I'll reclaim my honor.
A duel? Come now. We'll go to First Blood. There's no need to die for
That's it! Draw your weapon! To the death!
He could have stayed. He chose not to. Well, now the whole crew is dead. Which is probably for the best anyway. Okay. I think we're gonna go to camp. But I want to clear some fog if I can. Whoop. Whoops. Just a little touch of fog, like right next to the party camp. Which, am I going the right way? No, I've completely passed it. Okay, you know what? We'll go there first.
Kai, have you ever met a marine god?
Oh, it's getting stronger now. We have to get the rest of the pieces, just to see what happens.
Working on it.
Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time?
You finally ready to talk about what happened in Emerald Stair?
Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? I can't believe Fjord's gone. A city of scientists, attacked for no reason. I'm going to personally find every Steel Garrote asshole and turn them to ash. I can't believe we were able to get as many out of town as we were.
For all of Vidaro's faults, he coordinates a damn good evacuation.
I suppose I'll have to give him that. But if you tell him I said that, I'll deny it to my dying day. Besides, Quilici and I did just as much to help people out. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't.
Have you known Temerity long?
Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young-at-heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerity. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel. And a girl's gotta eat sometime.
Of everywhere you've gone, why set roots down in the stair?
Yes, why did I choose to settle down with a gorgeous scientist who loves me? What a mystery. I still go out often. I've catalogued many ruins, but there are always more. And coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it sometime, darling.
Trust me, when I return home, many will be waiting to welcome me with open arms.
Oh, then surely you can understand the appeal. You say many. After such a long voyage home, I just hope you'll have the stamina to properly thank everyone.
A warm welcome from Animancers? How do you get that?
Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course. But a larger part of it is time. It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again.
Is that how you met and wooed Quilici with snacks?
My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Quilici and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality. Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked.
And you lived happily ever after, right?
It's not a fairy tale, darling. We've been happy for the most part. Any rough patches got smoothed over well enough. I only thought about killing him once or twice. He's probably thought the same a bit more. I still can't quite believe that everything we've built is gone. A generation of work scattered to the wind. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out.
With Fior in such an uproar, it might need a guiding hand firmer than Vidaro's soon.
When we left, Vidaro seemed to have gotten the idea. Finally. Still, you're right. Vidaro was far too slow to act. At least Quilici is with them. So I know someone competent is there. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help, darling?
Let's talk about the reoccurring dream you've been having.
Well, I suppose you've earned that much. And I do enjoy rewarding tenacity. Though between your dreams and mine, it's a wonder anyone gets any sleep around here. You remember that I nearly burned my family home down when I was young?
It's hard to forget.
It was an accident. And I paid for it. My parents refused to buy me more spellbooks for years. Well, shortly after all that fuss, the dream began. It started at first with a fire. Just flames, crackling, and a feeling of safety. I thought it was a little weird, but nice. But then the dream kept coming back, night after night. I learned more every time. I saw that it was a fire in a hearth, and that hearth was in an old library. I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why there were so many tablets lining the walls.
That sounds like my worst nightmare. I left all my books behind with my tutors for a good reason.
I like you enough, Envoy, that I think I can move past this. Probably.
It's not true, Yetzley.
In the library, there's just one person. But they're wearing a hood, so I never see their face. They do the same thing every night. They curl up in a chair by the fire, hold a tablet to their chest, and then the fear comes. The paralyzing, all-encompassing fear of something.
Something? You don't have anything more specific?
Just the noise. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through your bones and shakes you to your core. And it replaces the beat of your heart with this droning on and on and on until you forget every other sound you've ever heard.
A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
And then, as it just gets louder and louder, and right before it gets there, I wake up.
You've been listening to too many of Giada's ghost stories.
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur.
You don't know the sound source, I assume?
How sibilant. No. Just that it's all-encompassing. It's strange. I've not told many of the details of my dream. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. Don't let it inflate your ego too much. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting.
Sure.
Your fashion sense is more opaque. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say?
You always see the traps before I do. Can you show me what to look
Of
for?
course, darling. Easy as pie. What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use.
She's barely been with me, but Marius hasn't taught me
doesn't
anything.
make much sense to me. You're going into some of the most deadly places.
Do you think those Adirans were onto something? Or were they onto something before you ended their studies? Do you think they could have cured the Dream Scourge?
I don't think anyone but Sabadal can provide a cure.
You may be right. Of course, now we'll never know. I just hope we made the right decision.
We're going after the source, and that's what matters. No, I'm gonna say so do I.
Well, we'll just have to see how it all shakes out, won't we? Had you left them to their own devices, who knows what we would have gained. A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they found treatments for the Dream Scourge? And even other ailments? But our loss, I suppose. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling?
How do you cope with the stress of travel?
These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that?
I actually have this amazing hair oil from the Republics, but I'm not sure how it would work on fur.
It can't be any worse at this point. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing.
So, you and Quilici are quite the unconventional couple.
In life, you make your own entertainment. I enjoy scandalizing the small-minded when I can. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie.
Maybe they're less judgmental at the Bone and Boar.
Oh, very true. But sometimes you just want a nice mug of tea. Also, when Giada was young, her parents preferred us taking her to the Magpie for dinner. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord.
That sounds lovely.
You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out.
Alright, that's
Don't
enough
let the bed
from
bugs bite,
you.
dearie.
I don't think anybody else needed to chat. Okay, what do I need? I need more living iron and more cave coral. Oops. Craft. It's not enough. I still need way more living iron. Okay, put more blackwood branches. Nice, and then you need Valorock skin. How many did I need? 16? Hold on. Button mashing. All right. Petrified wood. We won't upgrade that.
Ever heard of
It's
Empress's
fine.
Eye?
I think so. It's a flower, isn't it? Akedans used to believe that it was an...
Okay. So, I think what we're gonna do... I don't want to get anywhere near this just because that's the main quest. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go down here and start heading that way. Yeah, I like that idea.
ill omen.
Right. It grows in ditches in Emerald.
I would like to exit here. And we'll take the girl gang.
Singing sand, We feel the essence seep from the ruins.
I can't believe I'm actually getting used to hearing from you.
Time tempers a rocky surface, smoothed by a spring rain. A lion kneels, a blight before it, spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride.
Independence is a treacherous path, but Thirdborn has to stay strong.
Let the vulture feed once, and the flock will never leave. We feel the people of Thirdborn huddle together in the dark. We smell desperation, panic. Then, the seasons change. They turn to each other.
Sometimes the right friend is the difference between life and death.
Shrimp clean the teeth of the shark, we would recognize it. We look deeper. Our limbs sift through sand. What do you know of this?
I suppose I know as much about kith bonds as
For
anyone.
years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals?
Everyone has their own
The
reasons.
tide recedes from one land, it washes the shores of another. Do its waves sing to you?
I have loved and lost.
Spring turned to winter. A soul torn from its rightful home. This we understand. New leaves breach the impenetrable clay. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. Nothing should live here. How can it sprout? From what well does it spring?
We can find strength in each other when we've got nothing else.
4 arms build together. A fence made stronger. Peace restored. We have learned much. Dream of shimmering scales as you rest.